Dear Chris, I know you don't usually do requests, but I feel this story will make you do it. I'm a musician, though more than 70% of my income comes in from the guitar shop I run in the arcade. I play the keyboards. We sell them. My main public performance outlet is through the two-piece dance combo I comprise with my business partner, Andy Everett. Gigging extensively at up to 4 nights a week throughout East Anglia, we are known as LoveNet. About a year ago, I was enjoying a quiet morning in the shop. No customers were in there, so I was working out a variation on Huey Lewis's Happy to Be Stuck With You, with bossa nova setting and tremolo, when I noticed the slender stocking legs of a quiet-looking girl with glasses, but sexy like the effect that glasses can have on Kim Basinger's face when they make her look sexy underneath in some films. Our shop is in the basement, which is why I saw her legs. To be honest, it was not the first time I had seen her, but it had never struck me before how pretty she was, but now it did, and my left hand kept laying down the walking bass up and down while my jaw dropped open because I was suddenly really into her look. I am actually quite shy, but I had to get her attention. I turned the volume up and I hit the bass riff with both hands. She slowed down, and she stopped. I turned up the volume so full that the window panes rattled, and I kept stabbing at the key note in the bass and then changed the rhythm setting to disco. The thudding was incredibly loud but sexy like the relax riff. I was jumping up and down with the effort when Andy appeared in the doorway with a puzzled face. But suddenly it was another face I was looking at. Hers, looking through our pavement window. She was smiling. She raised her finger to her lips and went shh and laughed and walked across to a bit where I couldn't see her. I knew I had to meet her, but I didn't know quite what I would do, but I was sure my best chance of a pull would be on stage, because some girls have said I remind them of Jeff Lynne. I went through a month of expecting her to be at every gig, until I got so used to it I thought she wouldn't come, but she did as soon as I thought I wouldn't on the next gig. It was a 500-head marquee bash with a laser light show, and we were top of the bill. We'd been playing for half an hour when I saw her on the floor. She had some real nice twists in her body. I nodded to Andy and we hit the plan, which was to pull out of Matthew Wilder's Break My Stride, and then Andy shouted, "Hey girls, you like a man with a moustache?" I keyed in a sound effect of a huge crowd roar and nodded real slow. I could feel my huge moustache nodding with the rest of my head. Then I slammed into my thunder bass riff. Andy gave me great support on Fender bass. The volume was bloody loud, and I felt like I was growing bigger with each beat. The bass drum was cracking the speakers, and slowly everybody in the hall stopped, and soon they were all staring at me because I was starting to sing. The words had started coming out of me as soon as I saw that she was looking right at me. "This is our song," I roared. I set the keyboard on repeat and started chanting the word love very loud and very fast. I jumped off the stage and stomped rhythmically towards her, increasing my voice volume. Suddenly I was surrounded by faces, but the only sound I could hear was my own love song, which I changed to a throaty growl as I now rolled along the floor. "I am a love worm, I am a love worm," I repeated and writhed around until I was right at her feet. I slowly looked up, and her lovely eyes were laughing along with the rest of her face, and she clapped. I stopped. She was saying, "You're a very funny little man." The keyboard stopped. "But I really do love you," I said, without the mic on, standing up and looking at her because she was taller than me. "It's just that I can't say it very easily." She suddenly looked very different, serious but gentle with a small smile. This was the best look I'd ever had from a woman. I wanted it to last like a sustained chord. She opened her mouth to speak, but as soon as she had said the word "I," she was pierced by a spear of frozen liquid waste from an aeroplane toilet facility that had plunged through the roof and into her head. The expression of polite horror on her face as it fell past mine, plus the sound of air whistling out of the top of her head, made me feel really crap. But Chris, you would remind me of the month of happy longing if you would play Have a Nice Day, Guy Mitchell's comeback record of 1988. It's the only record I listen to now, and it cheers me up because of its happy beat. Gavin, it would be a pleasure. P.S., says Gavin, I wasn't invited to the funeral, but I hid in the trees at the churchyard and pretended to myself I had been her husband. I did this by shutting my eyes and wanking.
Have a nice day, have a nice day. 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 From Las Vegas to old London town,
Gotta get the dentures in.
New York City to County Down.
Leave those teeth.
It's the only way to spread good cheer.
Cheer.
Here is what you say loud and clear. Have a nice day, have a nice day.
That's why he's got the girls in, because they got a nice clear S.
Have a nice day, have a nice day.